Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to use the dot split function in Python. So as you can see here, I created three variables. The first variable is equal to a string test.txt. Now I'm going to teach you how to split this test.txt so that we'll have test and then we can have txt. Now in the second variable we have a tuple containing two items. We have finis and echoes, sorry. And in the third variable we have a variable containing four list items. So the next thing that we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to split these items into their individual parts. So we're going to start by first splitting this first variable, which is test.txt. How do we split it in such a way that we have test and we have txt? Now I am going to show you that. So we're going to say we're going to create a variable and we'll name it splitted. We would say splitted is equal to name1 dot split. Now inside this parenthesis we need to define what we are splitting with. Now we want to split with this dot, so we are going to put a quote there and put dot. Now what we're telling Python is that we want to separate these two items using this dot. So when Python gets to this point, it's going to break this one into one half and break txt into another half. So now how do we actually get these two halves? We use indexing. So we're going to say, what we're going to say is that we're going to say print splitted, and then we'll create a list and put 0 inside. I'm going to explain this. And we'll also say print splitted, and then inside the empty list here we'll put 1. In Python works when you want to work with Python, you can use indexing to access some particular items in lists. Now in Python we start counting from 0, not 1. So hence it has splitted these two this variable into two parts. So this is going to be 0 and text is going to be 1. So if you run this program now, we're going to see it's going to print out the two separate parts. So you can see test and txt. Now I've showed you how to split a single variable. Now I'm going to show you how to split this tuple over here. So for this one we are going to write a for loop. So we're just going to say for I in name2, and then we'll put a colon there. So we're saying for I in name2, that is loop through all the items inside this tuple. So now for I in name2 we're going to say splitted is equal to I dot split. And what are we splitting with? We're splitting with a comma because we want to separate these two items together. So now that we splitted them, we need to put a quote here. So we put a quote there. Now we need to split it with the comma. So after splitting this with the comma, we'll just come down here and say print splitted, then we'll create an empty list and put 0 inside. That is, after splitting these two items, I want you to grab that one item and then print it out. So let's now run our code to see how it works. Now it's going to start by looping through everything, and after looping through everything it's going to split and print each of them out individually. So as you can see, we have finis and we have echoes. So we're going to do the same thing. Let me just clear out this space in my terminal. We're going to do the same thing for this list that we have here. So we're going to say here we'll change this to name3. So for I in name3, splitted is equals to I dot split using a comma to split everything. Now I am going to show you what happens if we remove this indexing that we did. If I just print it out like this, we're going to see what happens. When we run our code, it's going to print each and every one of them in a single list, and you are going to see the result. So as you can see, it's put each of them in a list. To remove this list that is there, we just put create an empty list here and put 0. So when we run our code again, we are going to see that this list stuff is going to be gone. So as you can see, everything is gone. We have Dua Lipa again in red, Clairo and Billie Eilish. So that is how to split items in Python. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please watch out for my other videos. If you want to learn how to make a login and registration system in Python, just click here, and it's going to take you there. Bye.